This is a 1949 Packard Super 8 limousine. It's a 7-passenger limousine, and it's a true limousine because it has the dividing panel between the passengers and the driver. So you can actually see that there's a roll-up window there, and that's what makes it a true limo. Limos are not what they used to be. This is a very, very different car than what today's limo is. Today's limo is. Owned this car about 10 years. I bought it from another member of Packards International who unfortunately had died and left it partially restored. I completed the restoration of it, which was largely chrome, interior work, wiring harness and so forth to get it done. And this meet is probably its 8th or 9th time it's been to the DoubleTree at the annual membership meet. The car is 100% restored. It's the second Packard I owned. Prior to this one, I owned a 1937 120 that I started the restoration of, and it was clear that it was going to take me about 20 years to restore it, and I was far too impatient to do that. As a result, I sold that car, having done very little restoration on it, and bought this car about 10 years ago. My interest in Packards got started about 12 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. When I started looking at acquiring a classic car, I started looking at Cadillacs. I was looking at Studebakers. I took my driver's test in 1965 in a 1951 Studebaker bullet nose car, and I wanted to get a bullet nose. I looked at those. I looked at Cadillacs. My wife said, "Have you looked at Packards?" I said, "Don't know much about Packard, but I'll look at them." And once we started looking at Packards, it was clear that that was the car for me. And I now own 3 Packards. This one, I own a 1955 Clipper, which I have driven across the country twice. Once on the 2013 Lincoln Highway Tour from San Francisco to Kearney, Nebraska and back, and again in 2015 when I shipped the car to Detroit and drove it back on the Lincoln Highway from there. And I also own now another restoration project, a 1940 Club Coupe, which is going to require a substantial amount, Club Sedan, excuse me, a substantial amount of restoration work because it's a barn find. But Packards are in my blood. I enjoy these cars. I am absolutely blown away by the quality of them, the history of them, and there's just nothing like owning a Packard.